Good morning everyone and welcome to week 2 of the Bumper Celebrations Crafty Cuppa. Today I'm going to be making what I think is officially called an accordion trifold card, and I'm going to start with the, I think it's He's the Man or You're the Man papers. I can't remember the name, but yeah, you've got it in your kit. And I've just chosen this one to demo because I just think fancy fold is the best way to make more of a gender neutral kind of card. But I will be using Happy Birthday because that's the most often I've done a Happy Father's Day already, and I don't want to be using all of them up. So I've got this tiny patch of sun on my craft desk, and I can try and keep to it, but yeah, this is why I sometimes prefer Facebook Lives, because you can give me a shout and say, oh no, you're in the shadow. But here, yep, celebrating you. Multi-occasion stamp. So I've made your card blank up for you, but in case you want to follow my directions, I'm going to be doing this. So this is my Whisper White Thick and Whisper White Thin. I'll just give them a little wave because you can tell which one's thicker than the other. So the base is 5.5 inches by 11 inches. So let's do a bit of cutting here. 5.5 inches. And then I'll be getting my trimmer blade out so I can get to 11 inches, which is quite long, isn't it, really? Let's see if you can see my, yeah, you can see that I'm cutting at 11 inches from here. Right at the top. And it is quite important that you see. So now we're going to score at, I'm going to go from this way out. So it is 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches. And 4 inches. 6.75 inches. Oh, and yeah, I think that is it. Yep, that looks about right. And then we're gonna fold. So I tend to bring this blade down just so I've got a right angle to fold against. And just a straight line to keep it all steady. The first one goes in. Got a little mark here, I'm gonna have to, and then that one goes out like so. And then there's another fold here. Just trying to work out which way that one goes. Yeah, it's going to go that way to create a triple fold. So yeah, it's there. Can you see my folds here? Going like that. So you end up with the accordion. Excellent. So now I'm just going to give an extra squish to make sure it all lines up straight-ish. And then these folds are great for showboating your papers, really, and you'll see what I mean. And now my papers, I'm going to choose, I quite like this brown one. For my big section, I think I'll go for the cards. I like the bow ties as well. And I've got the cards. Trying to figure out which side. And I've got this little bit of stripy. They're all quite neutral colours. So I'm just thinking about how it's going to look. Alright, big section is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and 5 1/4 is my big measurement. So yeah, let's do the 4. Oh, I get very easily confused at this point. Yeah, so I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4 inches to make sure it goes lengthways. Then it's 4 inches. And that'll create this little backdrop right here. Yeah, that looks right. I kind of want this smart brown paper to be here. And that's going to be 2.5 inches by 5 1/4. Yeah, I quite like the other side, so I'm just going to make a second one out of that. So it was, yep, 2.5 inches by 5 1/4. And then I quite like this bow tie one, so I think I'll use both sizes of that as well. So this is 1 5 1/4 inches. So this is my tall side. I'm going to go for 5 1/4 inches. 5 1/4 inches. And this is going to be 1 inch. I'm going to use the other side of this one, so that'll be another 1 inch. Now let's give these a bit of a glue. Glue this on. Right, I can sit down now. Can you still see what I'm doing? Yep. Gonna make sure I'm right up there. Just realised it's got a little bit of a dent, so I'm just gonna sort of smooth it out a bit with my embossing file, with my scoring tool. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just deciding what, yeah, I quite like it that way. Those are like my favourite. So that's what people will tend to see when they first open the card out. So this one goes there. And then I'm gonna, yep, glue my thin strip with the ties, bow ties on it on. So I'm just going to double check I've glued them all at the same height. And wow, that's a first for me. And then I'm just going to glue these little bits here. Still see what I'm doing. Yep. do this short strip. I'm just going to leave it looking a bit, actually I'm going to use the bow ties again just to create a bit of contrast. The bow tie side, otherwise you'll get a brown and a brown next to each other, and I've decided I don't want that to happen. There's no rules, and because it's on the opposite side it's not as if they're going to get two bow ties in a row. Let's shift this along and put the little thin strip on. Now you may be thinking, well, where do I write my sentiment and my greeting? I would write it on the back here. Or you could just make that piece plain white and do it that way. There you have it, there's your little fold there. I feel like I've got some glue on there. Let me see if I can erase it. I might not be able to locate my glue eraser. Oh, there it is, right. Here we go. Might have been left over from another time. Oh, fantastic. Right, now some people do a belly band when they're using a triple fold card. I don't. I'm going to choose not to this time. In fact, what I'm going to do is glue a little something to this middle. So when it folds out, you've still got that strip there. So let me get my happy birthday out of these sentiments out. It's there. Oh, it's just a bit too big. Right. Probably a bit of overkill. I've got the wrong block on. And yeah, not quite decided what shape I wanted it. I quite fancy the postage stamp to be. No, I won't do that. I will die cut you out a shape, but I feel that it needs a circle. So let's have a little look here for the circle. Sorry, I got my beautiful shape styles out, didn't I? So when I cut this out for you, it'll be the right. I want quite a small circle just to look at. I do kind of want to over all the edges. That's all part and parcel of card designing. I do like that though. And if I stuck it at the top of the bottom, I think it would look quite nice. So just have to be careful that this bit's quite unsupported when I put it on. But I think that will work. Let's go for it. In fact, I'll do 2 bits of card for that. So when you're figuring out your card, you have to think about what kind of shapes you want to make and so on. So let me get my Whisper White thin, which is here. I'm going to put it down to the shape. And I'm going to cut out 2 for you just to make it a little bit stronger and it can stand on its own. Because I wanted all of these to coordinate with whatever paper you wanted, because you don't have to do it with the You're the Man or He's the Man papers, although you can do it with the Washing Beauty, I want to say, and the Happy Forest papers. So here comes number 1. And here comes number 2 for a bit of refocusing. And what's also clever about this, which almost makes me sound like a genius, is that means you get 2 chances to stamp perfectly straight on your die cut. Boom. So I'll put that back over there. Right, because I've been a bit naughty, I've not really mounted my stamp. It's going to be a bit tricky to get straight. I think we'll be okay. Just practice on my sometimes I do just look at this edge and see, well, that's going to make it straighter and match up to there, and try not to be too worried. And like I said, we got 2 goes. Happy birthday. Oh, I forgot. I've seen this, people just colouring the birthday bit on here. Right, let's have a go and see if this comes out straight. Oh, shake your hands. Happy birthday. Oh, there was a bit of ink on there, which you can run out. There's like sand erasers you can get that can help you with that. So you can see I've got a little, I've pressed it in a bit too much. I've got a little bit of ink on the edge of my stamp. Let's use a little bit to dry this out, and I just have to make sure I don't press on that edge too much for take 2. Ink it up again with your black ink pad, and then in we go. Try and stay clear of that. Then lift it up. Perfect. If I do say so myself. Now, if it is a little bit wonky, what you can do is just cut out a couple of the little shapes from the papers, just so you can have a bit of distraction. Or this is sometimes where I put rhinestones in. For now, I think what I'll do, so this has got quite a few like different little things. I'm going to put like, let me think what goes quite well. I do quite like the ties and so on, but with this one there's quite a lot of different teeny tiny bits and bobs. So if you do have something, you know, you can, well, I can see it's slightly off centre, and to just distract from that, I'm just going to cut out like a tiny little motorbike or a tiny little car. Just put it on one side. In fact, I might go to the camping one and see if there's anything suitable there. Oh yeah, but these camping ones, it introduces another colour in there, and I quite like sticking to orange and brown. If you've got the actual dies, you can just die cut again, like maybe a strip of paper, and that can work too. The images on the Happy Forest and the Washing Beauty are a bit bigger, so you can fill out sentiment shape a bit more. So there's my little motorbike. I'm going to get him revving up. There we go, I like that. Put a little bit of glue on there. So this is purely because I'm pedantic. I really like my cards to look a certain way. I don't realise how pedantic I am until I go to someone else's card workshops, and then I realise what I've done. Oh, I can't find the right tools. Oh no, that's just bad, that is. There's my little motorbike, and I'm going to glue that together. bit of reinforcement. Could even have them slightly skew whiffy. Or just straight, it's up to you. In fact, I'm going to do slightly skew whiffy because I quite like that effect. So I say it's all about choices and what you like to do, not what I like to do. I don't say, oh, you must do this a certain way. A bit of glue on there. Let's get the glue eraser out. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up don't sell them, but you can find them if you do a quick Google. It's just called a glue eraser. It's going to be glued across the top. So I know that I only need glue up to this bit, so just be careful where you put the glue, otherwise you'll end up gluing your fold together. So I only need a little bit on that side. Can you see where I'm gluing? Shimmy across so it's the top. And you see there's no glue there, so you don't want any glue on this bit. I'll hold it together for a little bit. And I quite like this because it's going to create a bit of a floating effect. That's why I'm waiting for the glue to dry. I am going to stamp my happy birthday at the back in case I give it to someone and they're wondering where they can write their sentiment. I know I've got to be a bit careful. Because my trick is I do the front of the card and forget to stamp on the inside. And then when it comes to sending them, I'm going, oh no, I need to make this extra step and I can't do it very quickly. There we go. So there we go. This is our little accordion trifold. Ta-da! And then it's hard to show you what it's going to look like standing up, but I'll take some pictures. Yeah. And it's one of those things where you can use a bit more of a wow effect for a handmade card. Right, so I'll see you next week. It should be 7 PM for week 3 of the Bumper Celebrations Crafty Cuppa. Alright, I shall see you all later. I hope the weather stays lovely. Alright, bye.